Okay, so we are playing Miracle Dragonist, and this is gonna be another installation for the gear progression video that we are making. So for today, we are gonna be covering the main weapon and the secondary weapon. Okay, so first we're gonna be talking about the main weapon, and that is gonna be the Forest Dragon weapon. Okay, so for Forest Dragon weapon, let's visit the blacksmith and see what we need. So let's go to Ancient Forest Dragon main weapon. And here it shows us that we actually need 250 pieces of the stem scale, the Forest Dragon stem scale. You get these by running FDN normal. You also get these from running TCN and also for PGTN. Okay? And once you have 250 pieces, you will need 2,500 gold to craft one of the starting weapons for progression. Okay? So once you have crafted the weapon, you will need the weapon up to plus 20. And once you get it to plus 20, then you will need to craft the Hammer Forest Savior. Now, what do you need to craft that item? So go back to the blacksmith and let's go to item converter. So you need 70 pieces of the same exact scale you used to create the main weapon. You need 800 lapis. You need 1000 of the high grade essence of life. And you need also 1000 for the high grade garnet. Okay? And the crafting cost would be 50,000 gold, which is no problem if you are, spamming your gold goblin. If you're also running the mission board, then gold should not be a problem for you. Okay? So once you have the hammer crafted, and once you have your main weapon also at plus 20, all you have to do is to right click on the hammer, right click on the plus 20 Forest Dragon, and then you will receive the Forest Dragon Fragment. Now take note, this item will disappear. It will disappear and it will be converted into this, the Forest Dragon Fragment weapon. Okay? Now, just a friendly tip, I would suggest that you save up the materials first to get the next level or the next stage of the weapon, which is the tough forest dragon weapon.
Emotional, damn it!
So go back to blacksmith and select the high grade ancient forest dragon main weapon, and then you will see that it requires 350 pieces of the tough forest dragon stem scale, which you get through forest dragon hardcore. Now, you will also receive this, if I remember correctly, you can get them from TCN. Okay. You also can get them from PGTN as well. Give me a second. I'll verify that.
A few moments later.
Yep. So you can actually get it from TCN, Third Core Nest, and you can also get it from PGTN or the Gold Trove Nest. Okay. So once you have the scales ready, then now you are ready to disassemble your main weapon. Now, you don't want to disassemble your weapon without the materials ready, because you'll be running with no weapon. Okay? So once you get that ready, then you can now craft the Tough Forest Dragon weapon. And once you have that ready, then you will need to get it to plus 20. Okay? And once you get the weapon, the Tough Forest Dragon weapon to plus 20, now you will need to prepare next for the Rune Dragon weapon. So let's check it out. So right here. So for Rune Dragon weapon, it requires the Legend grade Rune Dragon's Wrath. Now I would suggest again to get the materials ready for crafting and enhancing, since once you obtain the item that you need to get the fragment, then you won't be running with any main weapon if you don't have the materials ready. Okay, so just remember 10 of these for crafting alone, right? So now, if you ask me, where do I obtain the item to get the fragment? Well, that actually coincides with preparing the materials because you will need to run Rune Dragon Nest. Okay? And every clear for Rune Dragon Nest will give you a chance to obtain the baby Rune Dragon item. Now, this item works exactly the same as this hammer right here. Okay? So you right click on it, and once you have your Tough Forest Dragon weapon, the plus 20, you will be able to select it and it will pop here. And after you convert the weapon, it will break, it will disappear, and it will be turned into this Rune Dragon fragment. Okay, right? So I'll show you. So Forest Dragon fragment weapon right here. We hit change and voila. It is now converted into the fragment. So it works likewise with the baby rune dragon once you use a tough forest dragon weapon at plus 20. It is going to convert it to the fragment for main weapon. Now, once you get those ready, you are now ready to craft the rune dragon weapon. Okay, so here we've got the fragment ready. We've got this the wrath ready, the legend grade. We also have the gold ready. So let's craft. And there we go. We have ourselves almost one of the end game weapon, which is the Rune Dragon weapon. Okay, so let's put it in a different page. So that covers the main weapon and how to get the Forest Dragon weapon to Rune Dragon. And then now we are going to be covering the secondary weapon. Okay, so for secondary weapon, what do you need? So let's go to blacksmith, and then we are going to select the Legend Zephyr Dragon secondary weapon. So this item or this equipment requires 55 serious main hair. Well, where do you get that? You actually get that from GUDN or Gust Dragon Normal. Okay. You also have, let me confirm if that is true for hardcore as well.
A few moments later.
Yep, you are also able to obtain it from GUDN or Gust Dragon Hardcore. So both the normal and the hardcore actually gives you this item as a drop. Okay, so once you have 55 of these items or materials, You need 2,500 gold. And once you craft it, the maximum enhancement would only be up to plus 10. And once you get it to plus 10, then now you will need to prepare for the next stage of that secondary weapon, which is gonna be through this item, the Zephyr Dragon Secondary Weapon Evolution Hammer. Okay, so you craft this item once you have the Zephyr Dragon Scale. Now, you will obtain this item from GUDN as well. So, once you get 6 of these materials, you may craft the hammer. So, once you have the initial secondary weapon to plus 10 and the hammer ready, so just right click on the hammer, right click on the gauntlet, and it will actually give you options on your specified class. Okay, so we're gonna go with Dark Avenger since we are one, and voila, it is gonna turn it into the next tier, which is the Anguish Zephyr Dragon Gauntlet. But you're not done. You need to enhance this up to plus 20, and once you get this baby to plus 20, then you will require, or then you will need the Fighting Pyramid Dragon material, which is here. So once you get the secondary weapon, the Anguish Zephyr secondary weapon to plus 20, so you will now need to prepare the materials for the next stage, which is the Pyramid secondary weapon. Okay, so go to Blacksmith, Advanced Ancient Pyramid secondary weapon, and now you may choose from your or choose for your specific class, and you will see the required materials, which is the I'm not gonna even try and pronounce it, but we can call this the advanced Penglai stone. Okay, so the advanced Penglai stone you get it from GUDN hardcore. Okay, so you need not really may, but you need to spam it, and you will also need the fighting pyramid dragon. Now this actually drops GUDN normal in hardcore by chance. It's not guaranteed, it is only by chance. Okay, so once you have these two ready, then now you will need to craft this hammer, the hammer gust dominating. Okay, once you get this hammer crafted, then you may break this weapon by right clicking, and let's just say this is plus 20. So you right click, and then it's gonna give you the fragment, which is the Gust Dragon fragment. Okay, so once you get all 3 of the materials ready, then you may craft the ancient secondary weapon, and now you will need to get it to plus 20 and prepare for the Rune Dragon upgrade. Okay, so once you get this weapon to, or this item to plus 20, go back to the blacksmith, go to ancient Rune Dragon weapon, and here it will tell you that it will also require 10 of the Rune Dragon's Wrath Legend grade and the Rune Dragon Fragment secondary. Okay, so you get this item. It's exactly the same from or for the main weapon. All you have to do is to right click on the baby Rune Dragon, select the plus 20 Ancient Pyramid secondary weapon, and it will break it down to the Rune Dragon Fragment secondary weapon. Okay? So once you have this ready, and once you have this ready, then now we may craft the weapon, or the secondary weapon. And there we go. So now we have ourselves a Rune Dragon secondary weapon. Now all you have to do is to get these babies to plus 20, and you should be considered as late mid game. That's no longer the end game since there is a new release for Frozen Dragon, and those have better stats versus the Rune Dragon. So this is no longer end game. We will consider this as late mid game. Okay? Right. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys will continue to play the game. It is virtually easy. It's not easy. It is virtually achievable. So it is something that we can achieve within a month. All we have to do is to play, to have fun, and most of all, farm and don't be lazy. That is the key to this server, right? So stay tuned for more videos to come regarding gear progression. We'll be covering more, and I hope to see you guys in game. And this is Miracle Dragonist.